Good job title, sustainability specialist.
So this is the Fortis X360 11-inch, and it's designed for school children. It has a dual camera that can be flipped over, and you can take pictures both ways, so kids can see what they're doing. They can take pictures on the other side, or vice versa. There is a pen that can be taken out, and then kids can write whatever they want on the device. They can annotate, do other things, erase it or highlight whatever they want, but they can also put it back to a laptop. Learn how to use keyboards, typing, education skills you need for life in jobs and whatever you end up doing. But the special kind of features of a Fortis device is to see the ruggedized edging, so it's drop proof. The caps on it, you can't pick them off, so it is full kid proof, and it's been tested, military testing, which is what all our devices go through. Kid proof, there's videos we have of kids literally shaking it, dropping their bags, but it's got everything that you need, and obviously it's interactive. It's got OS and Windows platforms, so various different models. So, and you move on to kind of the upmarket version.
Oh, so you can have that on Windows as well as on Chromebook. Oh, that's quite good, yeah. So, school IT managers love to manage Chromebooks, so just find it so much easier.
Chromebooks are a lot easier to manage, and they can obviously oversee what all the kids are doing. Depending on the different applications that they go for, they can send out devices, kind of workbooks and worksheets for kids to do, kind of send it all around, can do the same tasks at the same time, and the teachers can manage it from where they're sat. So that's quite nice. Obviously, you can take it outside. It's maybe as our kind of elite range, so you can go out. Where we are in Scotland, you need that kind of weather protection. So it's really versatile, but can be used for, it's kind of a primary school up to maybe early secondary school ages, and then you go to kind of the more elite.
Cool, amazing. Your colleague who volunteered you was saying that something about the keycaps are all made from recycled materials and things like that.
Yes.
Take us through that.
So that is on the device over there.
Okay.
So this is the Dragonfly.
Yeah, it gives it a talk.
So the Dragonfly device is kind of the elite. This is what your headmasters, your CEOs of companies would be going for, because you feel it, it's less than a kilogram in weight, so really nice. It's slimline again, so it's not X360, but you can fold it down. The older generations used to be X360, but found it just wasn't the need for it anymore. Yeah. And obviously it's touch as well.
That's it.
Really
Any
nice.
stylus support on that one as well?
No pen garage on this one, but you can get the added extra pen that sits on here that magnetizes to the side. So kids, maybe you may lose that, but obviously teachers have the capacity to stick it on and keep it. Now the sustainability side of this device, which is actually quite exciting, is that these kind of your keyboard contains over 80% of CDs, so all DVDs, CDs get broken down and they go into the keycaps. You've got recycled cooking oil that everyone uses daily, that goes into the bezels. You've got recycled content from old devices that gets broken down into new devices. That's sustainability, kind of is HP's main focus. It's been throughout our DNA for the whole of the year since Bill and Dave set the company up, Hewlett and Packard, and that's what kind of HP is all about. And every device really contains ocean-bound plastic, if that's a term come across, where plastic bottles get taken from kind of waterways where they can go, and you see the David Attenborough documentaries. And we take that, break them down, create a little washing line of different parts of the plastic bottles. They get made into resin pellets and then melted down, and then they go into this device. So it's kind of a spectacle to think of a plastic bottle versus this. So most of our devices, 90% of our portfolio contain ocean-bound plastic and recycled content.
Cool. Thanks very much for talking to me.
No worries.
So in the HP stand, this is Ross Riley, who is a workstation specialist, going to tell us about Poly.
Hi, so Ross Riley, HP Anywhere for the UK and Ireland. So what we're showcasing here is a couple of things. So we've got our Z8 Fury here, which has an Intel 64-core processor inside. can take 4 RTX 6000s as well, so an extremely powerful machine. And we're just kind of showcasing Blender here, which is a 3D animation software.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then what we're also showing is a kind of split environment. So what this screen on the left is actually a workstation that's a few hundred miles away in Dublin.
Right.
So this allows me to kind of do some kind of high-end work on my local machine here, but then I can also dive into a separate machine, which is a few hundred miles away, using a software called HP Anywhere. And here I've got Twinmotion up, which again is a very kind of high-end visualization software. But what were the best points with HP Anywhere is this allows you to remotely access those machines that could be in another office, in your own private data center or a hosted data center. But you're getting full performance of a workstation, almost feels like it's under your desk. So everything's been moved down. It's actually just pixels from the host machine to the endpoint device.
Yeah.
So this means I kind of a really kind of low bandwidth or a small internet pipe, but I'm getting full performance from that. And being at BETT and being at Excel, so everybody's on the internet here. So it's obviously kind of taking a bit of a kick in terms of bandwidth. But as you can see, we're still getting like full performance and full.
So what's better about that than something like TeamViewer or anything?
Mainly the kind of high performance of it. So if I was an artist or a user or an architect or someone in the school, as a user, I'm getting full performance, and I don't feel I'm getting any lag or delay. So I'm not getting frustrated that I'm trying to do some work and I'm having to wait a few seconds for it to catch up. Yeah. The other kind of benefits to it is that it's very highly secure as well. So again, from if someone was able to hack the connection, which is very, very difficult to do, they would only see pixels that have been moved from the host machine to the endpoint device. So even if someone did manage to get into it, they'll only just see pixels being moved as opposed to the kind
of. Is your main thinking you'd have one of these in a place, but then you'd have a satellite laptop somewhere that you were accessing the pictures?
Yeah, so we've got our Z8 Fury here, which is obviously an extremely large and powerful workstation. We also have our Z2 Mini just under there, which is a really small, very popular workstation of ours, which is you can take an i9 processor, 96 gig of RAM, and a 20 gig graphics card. So a really kind of powerful small machine. And again, the benefits to this is you can mount this behind the monitor, mount it behind the desk, or actually you can just put 6 of these on its side on a rack tray and put it away in your data center. And again, I can remotely access those machines using HP Anywhere. And then my endpoint device could be a really basic laptop or a thin client as an entry-level point to access.
So is that a laptop processor in there, or is it?
Yes, a desktop processor. Yeah, so it's not soldered down, so it feels it operates and performs like a desktop. So, and also all the fans, the kind of honeycomb mesh on the front helps with the cooling aspect to it as well. So you can run this really high performance, but not get any degradation because it's running hot to it as well.
Nice. Thank you very much. It does look very nice, but I can feel it's already getting hot. Just sitting idly. That's something quite clever from HP is putting the camera there, and what you've then got is when you hold it up like a tablet, where you've got a rear-facing camera. It's quite nice actually. It's something that's quite frustrating when you've got Chromebooks for kids in schools and they have to kind of try and twist themselves around to use the selfie camera to take photos of what they're doing. That's really quite good.